you guys will be able to hear me. So I'll show you what I'm doing out here. See if y'all can see. Man, the sun's so bright I can't even see the spin around here. If I can get a look. There we go. So I'm out here at the Waller County Sheriff's Department, and actually, hold on, let me spin this around. There we go. Now you can see the sign. And we're going to stand out here and make a show. I am parked on the public right-of-way. My vehicle is secured and locked. So let's go alert the citizens of Waller County that the sheriff is hiring people that is dangerous to them. Let me spin it around so you guys can see me. There we go. So, for those of you coming in the middle of this that don't know what's going on, the Waller County Sheriff's Department has hired, hold on, push this back around. The Waller County Sheriff's Department has hired former village police officer Mark Zatzkin. Now, Zatzkin is notorious for violating people's rights and doing a lot of shady stuff while he was employed by Waller County. So I'm going to stand out here and alert the citizens that the sheriff has brought people on and hired people that are making this community less safe, not more safe. Now remember, Zatzkin is also the one that arrested his neighbor at his apartment and charged him with interfering because the guy had a delivery coming, and the delivery driver bumped a pole at the apartment complex where they reside. And the complex manager called Zatzkin because apparently he gets free rent or a reduced rent for being the on-site safety officer, police officer. And, the guy just asked, hey, can I get my delivery done? And Zatzkin told him to wait and, stand back. And the guy did. And then Zatzkin did whatever he was doing and then walked away. So the guy thought that Zatzkin was done. And he walked up to the driver and started talking to the driver. Well, Zatzkin then arrested this person, his neighbor, and charged him with interfering because he had come up there and asked the driver a question. Okay, that's the kind of scumbag this guy is. Going to give somebody a criminal history because he dared to ask the driver a question. Scumbaggery, But that doesn't even start to cover what kind of scumbag Zatzkin is. That'll come in some later videos when I can give you guys all the details of just how bad this dude is. I mean, it's pretty terrible. And Jersey Village is not a good place. If you live in Jersey Village, you're not living in a good place. You're not living in a place that's safe, not as long as the current city government is in place. Oh, good. I'm getting some traction here. People are looking. I like it. Let them know what their sheriff is doing. The sheriff needs to be extra careful about who he hires. He needs to be hiring the best of the best, not the worst that's out there. And I understand that, a lot of departments are shorthanded and it's hard to get help because of crooked cops. Crooked cops have made it an undesirable field to work in. And, how do we fix that? Well, it's really simple. really simple to fix it. You get rid of the crooked cops. You get rid of the crooked cops, and the good guys will come back looking for work. The good guys will come back and go back to work. So, but if you're going to start hiring the crooked cops, you're just propagating the whole thing. You're just having it move further and further along. Instead of cleaning up a department, making the community better and safer, you're making it less safe for the people who live here. Comes somebody out. Less safe for the people who live here, and more safe for the crooked cops. So I'm going to just stand out here and do my little protest thing. I am parked on the public right-of-way, legally parked, and you know, I'm gonna hang out here. Hey, let's see if see how big a coward Sheriff Guidry is. If he's not a coward, if he's a honest guy, maybe he made an honest mistake in hiring this guy. You know, maybe he'll pop on out here and chat with me for a minute. You know, but then again, maybe he's a crook too. I don't know. I actually don't know that much about him, so I'm not passing judgment on him. I do know that there are some decent people that work out here at Waller County, and there's some bad people. It wasn't that long ago that a few of them attacked a photographer over here in the courthouse. So I don't know if they have cleaned up since Guidry hit office, or if they're still doing the same old. If them hiring Zatskin is any indicator, they're getting worse, not better. So, and I'm using a cell phone, you know, so I can be live while I do this, guys. So if there's wind noise, you're just gonna have to tolerate it. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little closer to the street here. I want to make sure I'm seeing. You know, and this is, you know, people always say, well, how are you affecting change by what you do? Well, once you identify a crooked cop, you keep track of them. You keep tabs on them, see where they go, see what they're doing. And you ensure that the departments that are hiring them are aware of their history. And if they hire them anyway, well, shame on them. And Zatskin's been working in the county jail, and he worked at another PD, a small PD. And I just recently happened to check up on him to see what he was doing, and you know, lo and behold, here he is. But you cannot trust this guy to work in the jail because he has a history. That's what he was fired the first time from Jersey Village for, was abusing a prisoner, a female prisoner. And I saw the video. It's pretty disturbing. No empathy for the prisoner. He pushed the prisoner down. She was injured. No empathy, no nothing. Just the typical contempt that we get out of crooked cops. So I wouldn't let him work in a jail. Yeah, the next thing we'll do is probably rent a billboard out here. I'll do a GoFundMe take-up collection, and we'll rent a billboard and put up, and we'll link all the videos to one site and put that site on the billboard as well. So, but anyway, this is how you affect change. Find a crooked cop, identify the crooked cop, and then keep track of them. And you make sure everybody knows that, you know, it's not safe to have them on your staff. You know, I don't know what shift this guy works. He may be working now, and he may turn up over here in a minute and come and beat me up, which is why I'm live. You know, he may come running over here and try and kill me. I wouldn't put it past him. So that's why I'm live out here and not just static. Oh, got somebody coming out. Let's alert them. sure I'm not blocking her view. I'm gonna make sure she can see. I don't want to cause her to have an accident. I'm not. I'm far enough back that I'm not. And then, you know, Sheriff Guidry is actually pretty popular out here. So I'm just shocked that he would hire somebody like this. But maybe, like I said, I've not done a lot of checking up on the sheriff, but I am now. We'll start doing some digging on him and see what he's got going on. I'm actually surprised to find out how many people I know that know him. And I've not asked for any special favors. I've not asked these guys, hey, to connect me with him or anything like that. I'm not going to exploit my contacts for that. If the sheriff has got any huevos, he can come on out here. And if he don't, well, that just speaks volumes about him. I wished I could have parked out here, but the road is muddy and it's kind of a steep drop off into that ditch. Y'all can see there. So I didn't want to risk getting stuck or anything like that out here. Yeah, getting lots of people reading the sign. That's good. That's good. And like I said, this is how you affect change. Identify a bad officer and then keep track of him. Keep track of him. And you make sure that the departments that hire him are alerted to the fact that, you know, he's a bad officer. And then if they hire him anyway and he does wrong, well, then they have no defense. They can't say they didn't know. Then you got their nuts in a cracker. Let's see if these people stop and ask what's going on. No, just slow rolling. Oh yeah, they're going to pull over and stop. No, they're making a U-turn coming back. Let's see what they do. Maybe they just need to go the other direction. I can't hear you. Why is what like what? The sign?
Yeah.
It says that Sheriff Guidry hires crooked cops.
Oh, so you represent that?
I represent this sign, absolutely.
Oh.
He's hired a crooked cop from another department that has a very, very bad history. They can't stop me. This is public property. You have a First Amendment right to be out here and protest as you see fit. Absolutely 100%. That is your right as an American.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's the judge, ain't it?
No, that's the sheriff. Sheriff Guidry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so sad we can't even get along.
You know, when you got bad cops making bad situations, they just create division.
Did you get that button? What you call it?
What? The sign?
No.
They was up there at the courthouse. What they was doing to the courthouse, and there was some guys up there said some bad stuff they found in the courthouse.
Oh no, I haven't gotten involved in that yet. I know about it, but I'm not involved in that yet.
That's what I was just asking.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's
No,
fine.
I mean, I was just saying, you know, I thought Waller County was, you know, I thought we was, you know,
Better?
I mean, I thought we was trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that I believe that that's what's been going on. I actually specialize in working in police matters, you know, and I'm shocked that they hired this guy. I just can't believe it, which is why I drove all the way from Galveston up here today to stand out here with this sign. I feel that strongly about it. This guy that they've hired is a danger to the community and a danger to the citizens out here. He should not be a cop anywhere ever again.
Oh.
So, you know, be careful if you interact with the sheriff's department.
You know it? Do you know it?
I have dealt with him myself. Yes. So, yes, ma'am. You be safe. For those of you that haven't realized it yet, this is also where Sandra Bland died. You remember Sandra Bland from a couple years ago was attacked by a state trooper out here, put her in the county jail, a school teacher, I believe she was. Put her in the county jail and she died. And that was Waller County Jail where that happened. And this complex that's here now is a brand new county jail, and if I get a minute, I'll take you guys up there to it. But right now we're gonna get this done. And I'm sure that the trolls are on the phone to the sheriff's department out here already. Go get him! Go get him! Go get him! But I'm not breaking the law. Here comes, is that a sheriff's unit there? I believe it is. It says sheriff on it, but it's the wrong color for Waller County, I think. Let me see. No, it's Waller County. I didn't know they had red cars too. Interesting. Of course, that could be like their fire marshal or something like that. Or maybe that's the sheriff himself. Maybe he gets a special colored car. I don't know. Most of the time in these smaller towns, the sheriffs drive unmarked cars because they live in the community and stuff, so they don't feel a need to advertise, who they are. Except at election time. At election time, they do plenty of advertising about who they are. Let's see, okay, I can actually look down and see the comments here. So I'm going to look at the comments. Breaking the law, not breaking the law. Government is number one cause of poverty. Absolutely. Absolutely. Undercover is another word for entrapment. Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I mean, because if somebody's committing a crime, why do you need to have an undercover there to find them? I mean, if you know about it, you know they're committing a crime, you should be able to catch them whether you're in uniform or not. I would think. Got another car coming out. Give me a second. We'll spin around and make sure they see the sign. There we go. Uh-oh, he's pulling out his phone. See if he's going to get a picture of me. Let me make sure and smile here real good for him. Let him get up here. I'll turn sideways so he can get a good profile shot. Yeah, here. Make sure he gets a good one of the sign. Yeah, after Sandra Bland's death, the community out here had it was pretty bad out here, and it's taken a lot to heal the relationship between the community and law enforcement. And I've not followed up out here that much because it's 3 hours. Hold on, loud car. It's a 3-hour run for me from Galveston to here. So I don't get out this way very much. But I felt strongly enough about this that I made the trip out here today just to stand on this corner with my sign and let everybody know just how what direction this department is taking. I mean, come on, a cop that would arrest his neighbor for interfering simply because he asked if he could get his delivery. What's he going to do to people out here in this community? That's the kind of person you've unleashed on the people in this community. And that's not a good thing. That's not safe for anybody. sheriffs in Waller are sending out deputies in their own cars to check out this sign. That's funny. That's funny because, I mean, all they got to do is stop and ask me what's up, and I'll tell them. I'm not evasive. I'm not trying to hide. I'm like very, very open and in your face out here today. Not hide anything. So, I mean, the deputies can stop and ask me, what's going on. Like I said, I actually know, I used to know a couple deputies that worked out here, but I think that they have gone to other departments now. Like I said, I didn't bother to call them and ask them because I'm not going to exploit any contacts that I have. This is me speaking, and I'm not asking anybody to speak for me. I have my own voice, and I'm capable of taking care of it myself. I get a lot of thumbs up. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but a lot of thumbs up as people go by. And predominantly, it's people of color, which tells me that there's still some issues out here in this county. Hold on, I gotta put the sign down for just a second. Look at the message I just got. Oh, Miss Hemming is watching. Well, she was till she got banned. Lie after lie. Yeah. From a California attorney, that says a lot. Can we get a recap? So, Jersey Village Officer Zatskin, you guys remember him, the guy that snatched me up on the street, said I was suspicious, and went in my pocket and got my wallet. I was actually out there to meet an informant that day, and I'm suspecting that Jersey Village got wind of the fact that I was in the area to meet this informant, and so they sent Zaskin over to harass me. Got my ID out of my wallet. Actually took my wallet out of my pocket. Now, I wasn't auditing, so yes, I had my wallet in my pocket. And took my ID out. Well, then that opened the door for a flood of information about that particular officer. Everything from domestic violence, blackmail. I mean, the list is unbelievable, which is one of the reasons that going to make the depositions in that lawsuit will be made very, very, very public so that everybody knows. And, here's an unmarked police cruiser. Maybe not. That might be no, it doesn't have a roof rack, so it's going to be unmarked. I was looking at the rims on it, but no, it's a police package. See the drilled and slotted rotors and the no headache rack. So, yeah. Extra deep dark tint on the windows. It's so undercover, it's undercover. How's that? I had a guy from Homeland Security ask me how I knew, how I was so adept at spotting undercover vehicles. And I just told him, I said, they look so undercover, they're undercover. Now here lately they have taken, here comes another sheriff's vehicle. They have taken to not tinting the windows on a lot of the undercover vehicles, and that's because they're running camera systems in those vehicles now. And so they don't tint the windows. That also gives them the ability to leave the vehicle with the camera system running, and they can remote operate the camera system. They actually have vans with very, very sophisticated camera systems in them that they park places they want to do surveillance on. They don't need people to sit and do surveillance anymore. They just park a van there with a camera system and license plate readers and come back for it in a few days. And they watch it remotely. They got a guy sitting in a room somewhere watching 3 or 4 of these vans. Harris County Sheriff's Department, I think, has 3 The DEA, I think, has 4. ICE has a couple. HPD, I think, only has 2. Maybe only 1. I think they had 2, and one of them was involved in an accident or something. But I get a chance next time I'm out in the field and spot one, because I do spot them periodically. Next time I'm out in the field and spot one, I got a thumbs up from them. I'll get you guys some pictures, and I'll look inside, see if I can get a view of the systems in there so that you can see them. But typically it's a multi-camera system, so they can look in more than one direction at a time, and license plate readers, and it's all accessed remotely. And of course, the cameras are equipped with facial recognition software, so that if somebody they're looking for pops in view, they get an alert in case they're not looking at that particular moment. You'd be amazed how often they use this technology. Trackers, stingrays on your cell phones, or just tracking your movements by cell phone is extremely common these days. I mean, so much so that it's not even shocking, when you find out about it. Hiding cameras near a house, that look like electrical boxes or meters or just generally blend in. They do it all the time in drug cases, all the time. So you think you're safe out there selling dope because you don't see the cops around? Yeah, okay. Keep thinking that. When you get to court, you'll get a copy of the video of you selling dope out of your house or whatever, coming and going from your house, whatever. I need to put this like on a stick, this sign on a stick, and leave it out here. Post it in the right of way. I'll have to check and see if they have a local ordinance about that before I do it. If they do, no big deal. Like there's billboards along here, and I can rent a billboard. Matter of fact, they've got like this piece of land here. I don't know if y'all can see that sign right there, but this piece of land is for sale. I wonder if the landowner would rent it to me for a month and let me put a signboard out here, a big sign just like right here on the property. That'd be interesting. See if I can read some of the comments. Let me see what we got here. Better hope the landowner is not a bootlicker. Yeah, they probably are. Yeah, I doubt that would actually go over very well, but just a thought. Just a thought. But I mean, I got nothing but time, so I can come out here every day and pick a corner to stand on and start alerting people. See, they have a sign out here of their own. See, the new Waller County Justice Center is here. But yeah, I can come out here instead of running back and forth. I just rent a hotel room out here. Spend a couple days out here just visiting with people and making sure that people in the community know what's going on. This may be a police car coming from behind me here. Let me see. We'll turn back to the right. Yeah, it's an unmarked police car. There we go. Got lights, and see the antenna on the back, the 800 megahertz antenna, standard Texas plates. So just an unmarked police car. It's not like an undercover, because it's got lights in the front that you can see. Oh, hold on, what's he doing? He's got his blinker on, so I thought he was fixing to turn in and stay close, but I guess not. They'll have their CID guys come out here, or the Sheriff's Department Intel guys, or the Fusion Center is also here for Waller County. So some of them will be out here to get pictures of me, You know, I don't know why they don't just like bring out the page. Got millions of pictures of me. You don't let us bring one out here and say, ask me for an autograph or something. I don't mind. Here in a second, I'm going to walk over to the car and get a drink. It's a little warm out here. I think we're like 81, 82 degrees today. It's not hot, not excessively humid. It's decent out here. We got a little bit of breeze. It's relatively nice, but it is a bit warm standing by this blacktop. You know, the sun was out a little while ago. It's gone behind some clouds now, so it's chilling down. You know, we had a cold front come in last night early this morning, so I think our overnight temperatures tonight will be in the mid 60s. Blanket weather. I actually put a sweater on Sissy at night. All right, when this traffic clears, I'm going to walk over here to get a drink real quick. Let's walk over here and grab a drink real quick. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to put y'all down for a second while I get me a drink. Hold on. Get the unlock button here. All right. Hold on, guys. I'm going to put y'all down while I get a drink. You'll still be able to hear me ramble. Just hold on a minute. Oh, crap, my sides. Hold on, lock the car back. Luckily, it didn't go very far. So I don't have to chase it. For those of you that missed it, here's our sign. And here comes our sheriff. Yeah. Crooked cops. You guys hire crooked cops. All right, get back out here. Yeah, that breeze feels good when it blows. When it blows. Oh, got another one coming. This is another unmarked sheriff's vehicle. Got the 800 megahertz antenna on the back. I don't see any lights, but they may be in the window, hidden behind the window tint. Good. Lots of people slowing down to look. Here comes another. This one is another unmarked. Oh, it's ghost marked. This is Hempstead Police. That's what that is. That white Tahoe there is ghost marked. Hempstead PD. By the way, you know, when you see a ghost marked vehicle for a police department, that's a police department that's not doing the right thing. The whole point of having a marked police unit is what? Crime deterrent. Visibility. Right? So when they ghost mark them, you don't really see them. They like to do that because they think it it makes them less visible. Well, then what's the point? I thought we wanted visibility as a crime deterrent. But you see, visibility helps you to not speed. And, you know, that cuts into their revenue. There's another unmarked unit. That's got lots of lights and stuff on it. That may be a POV that's like a retired police car that somebody has. And again, for those of you that have missed it, this is the sheriff's department that hired former Jersey Village police officer. Zatzkin, you guys will recall, is the officer that handcuffed me, talked to me like a dog, treated me like a dog, went in my pocket, got my wallet out, and rifled through it to get my driver's license to ID me. That was in Jersey Village, Texas. That lawsuit will be filed before Christmas. Well, I believe we're filing it on the 15th, 16th, somewhere in there. You know, the whole city government in Jersey Village is bad. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You know, everything from the city manager up to city council members. And this new police they've got down there is, I got nothing good to say about it. I mean, he fired Zatzkin, which would have put a black mark on his F5, which would have alerted other departments that were looking at potentially hiring him that, you know, that he's a bad cop. And then, you know, Zatzkin cried and got him to unfire him, and then Zatzkin quit. See, this is part of the whole blue thugs in costume culture, the gang culture of police work. You know, let's protect our gang members. We don't want them to have a hard time. Where, you know, we'll get rid of them because they're bad, send them someplace else, and let them be bad there. Let them go ruin people's lives there. It should not be allowed. Should not be permitted. Identify bad officers. Get rid of them. There goes ghost marked sheriff's car, red one. So I guess they do have more than one of the red ones. It's an unusual color for a police vehicle, red. Unless it's like I said, maybe it's like the county fire marshal's division, the arson division. You know, that might make sense, but red for a patrol vehicle, man, I don't think it gets any more visible than that. Believe it or not, when I grew up, Pasadena had green police cars, and they weren't like a really nice green, like a forest green. They were this ugly pea green color. Yeah, I mean, it was nasty looking, but you saw them. Didn't matter what you were doing when you're driving down the road, you saw them. So their presence was known. Their visibility was high, and that was a good thing. That was a real good thing. We've got a big radio upgrade coming in Harris County. They're switching over to a little different kind of system. They're going to TDMA, which basically is a digital system, and it basically doubles the number of radio channels they have. Not that they need that, but they're doing it anyway. But that requires that they get new radios all the old radios are what's called FDMA and are not compatible with the new system. So they have to buy new radios, and the new radios, get ready for this. Remember, they have to, it's going to be a new radio for each police car and one handheld radio for each officer. All right? Each one of those radios averages out to cost about $5,000. Think about that. We have over 40 law enforcement agencies in Harris County alone, and they're all going to have to switch to the new radio system. I know Motorola is ecstatic. $5,000 per radio. Now the handhelds are a little cheaper, and the car-mounted radios are a little more expensive. But if you just average it out, it's right at that $5,000 per radio. It is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Just burning that tax money. And you wonder why your taxes, if you live in Harris County, you wonder why your taxes are going up. I see somebody commenting about the temperature. I'm going to give it a few more minutes out here. Let me look at the time real quick. Hold on. 4:22. Yeah, I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes out here, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up and excuse me, have to wrap up and switch to another phone, because this one's going to be dead. Ooh, another thumbs up. Love it. Yep. People understand. They understand when somebody feels strong enough about a situation to stand out here beside the road on their own time. People understand something's going on. They'll start looking, and a lot of them are going to find this live stream when they just look for Waller County sheriffs, and this live stream will come up. And when I get a minute, I'll get into the description, and we'll put all the information in there. All the information about Zaskin, so that people that see this, and we'll make sure it gets shared on the Hempstead PD's Facebook and the sheriff's Facebook and the DA's Facebook and Crime Stoppers Facebook out here. We're gonna make sure it gets shared everywhere. Make sure everybody knows. I got my radio on for Waller County, but I'm not getting any reception on it for some reason. Not hearing anything. Here comes another somebody. It's going to be somebody probably works in the court building or maybe the sheriff's building. It'll be somebody with rank. Got a nice truck, probably a county truck. I don't know, I can't tell for sure, but I would guess, I'll say that's a private truck. I figured the first thing that they would do is come out here and give me a hard time about this street right here. Claim it's not a public street. Well, it's a named public street with correct signage and public utilities on it, so I would argue that it is a public street. It shows up on the maps, and I didn't have a chance to check GIS and all that, but it shows on the maps as being a public street. Then the next thing I figured they'd screw with me about was the parking, but this is an emergency lane for pulling over and parking, or a parking lane. It's not an emergency lane, but a curb. a right of way for standing on, and that's what my vehicle is doing. So, but you know, crooked cops, you never know what they're going to do. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in, no caller ID. I have no clue who that is. I'm not answering. Don't answer anonymous calls because I don't want to hear the trolls calling, oh, I'm going to cut your head off and throw you in the bay. You know, that's what these cowards do. They call and threaten, and they do it at all hours of the night. So, I mean, just shut my ringer off at night. You know, my kids, if there's an emergency, they have an emergency number that is not public and known. But the trolls think that they're accomplishing something by calling and threatening me. You should see it. Patrick got this email the other day, which has been handed off to the federal authorities, but you know, it just said, I'm going to start killing Texas auditors, and I don't know who I'm going to start with, but it's going to be you or David. You know, it's just how stupid these people are. Here we go. No caller ID. Goodbye. Hold on, I'll block unknown numbers here. Is what I need to do real quick. But we're almost done. Oh, here's somebody stopping me to ask questions. You live out here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So the sheriff just hired a guy out of Jersey Village. His name is Mark Zatzkin. And he's a dirtbag cop. Straight dirtbag cop. I've had problems with him.
Dirtbag? That could be anything.
Just what I said.
Damn.
Just what I said. Dirtbag cop. It's bad enough that I'm fixing to file a very large...
You're a police officer yourself?
No, I'm not.
What the hell is all that?
Press. Media.
Oh.
I'm a reporter.
Oh.
Independent journalist. Investigative.
Oh.
I'm an independent investigative journalist is what I do.
Oh.
So the dude's just dirty. You can go on YouTube and search his name, and the whole history comes up. Everything from domestic violence, blackmail. The guy's bad news. And the sheriff has now hired him here. I don't know why. I can't believe that Guidry would hire him.
It's predominantly black people that go to jail here. Shit.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense because he looks like a Hitler Youth. I mean, shaved head and tattoos and all that.
Right?
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Mark Zatzkin. Z-A-T. Yeah, Z-A-T-Z-I-N. Z-A-T-Z-I-N. You can't. It's such an unusual name that you should.
You had run-ins with him, or?
Yeah.
That's why you spending your time out here.
I drove up here 3 hours. Drove up here all the way from Galveston to stand out here with this sign.
God. Oh, you should.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing. People like that, and this is why crooked cops go from place to place and keep working, is because nobody gets out and identifies them and starts getting the word out. And until we do, we're going to keep having those same crooked cops.
Yeah.
You got to get out and start doing something. So you can look me up on YouTube. It's News Now Community. Look up News Now Community, and there's videos there about him. You'll see what he did with me to start with, and what got me started on it. So I wish you luck, brother.
Take care, man.
All right. See, and this is what we got to do. You've got to get out here and interact with the public, get the word out. Let people know. But he did point out one thing. He did. Hold on, I gotta wait for the exhaust to die down so y'all can hear me. One thing he brought to light that is kind of important about this area is predominantly black and old people, old retired people. And you want to guess who votes and who's got the tax base here? So, that's part of the problem. That is absolutely part of the problem. So let's see. All right, we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna shut this down for a minute because the battery's just about dead. And I'll go live again in just a minute. I'm gonna switch the battery around and stuff, and then I'll go live again. And we'll go have a look around the new complex up here. How about that, guys? So watch for me go live again in just a minute, and we're gonna go up here to the sheriff's station, have a visit. Well, if I can get, there we go.